Sorry if you were looking at the first video, I'm going to delete it. I am actually having some problems with my sound, and basically, now I'm on another microphone. So I'm really happy to be here. And this segment, I'm really happy to be here because I haven't done it in a while, and I'm doing it right now. This segment is called "Is Dairy Free All It's Cheesed Up to Be?" And it's definitely for those people who want to go dairy free but are really concerned about the about cheese, because cheese to me, and I don't know about you, cheese to me was the hardest thing I gave up when I went paleo. Really hard. And basically, there are options, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. This all started because this morning I had a post from somebody on in my Good Gut group, and in it she poo-pooed vegan cheese as being as processed as everything else that's processed. And I don't think that's so. I really do think, just like dairy cheese, there are cheeses that are processed and they will remain nameless. You probably grew up on them, as I did. As I did. One name comes to mind, and you probably know which one I'm talking about. But there are cheeses, just like dairy free cheeses, that are made the old fashioned way, where they inoculate bacteria into the cheese, and make it a fermented food, and then they add coloring and other things to make it the cheese we all know. But there are cheeses that are really, really good. And my two tips about if you want to try a vegan cheese are: number one, you want to make sure you can read all the ingredients, and they're ingredients that you know. And I need to. Oh, I read this one. So this in my other video that you're not watching, right? In other words, this is organic cashew milk. I'm reading it right off the ingredients: filtered water, organic coconut oil, which is really my fat of choice. I know a lot of people poo poo it because it's supposed to be high in saturated fat, but it's a traditional fat, just like butter, because that these guys are not processed. And if you were a kid like I were, and did made butter in your classroom, I actually used to make butter when I was a teacher, working with kindergarten kids that were great, where we would just take the mixer and just mix until it made butter. uh, you know that butter is really one of your least processed fats. Also, when you're dealing with fats, oils, you want to deal with the least processed fats, which are your olive oil and your expeller pressed oils. But I digress. But basically, I like coconut oil because it is really an unprocessed fat, especially when you're buying raw coconut oil. Organic rice miso. Miso is a fermented food, so it's really great to have in these things because cheeses are kind of like fermented foods. Organic rice, water, salt, um, and nutritional yeast, which is used to color it and make that cheesy uh, feeling. Sea salt, organic yeast. Boy, enough with the organic. Anyway, these are things you understand. Avoid things you don't, like chemical sounding names. Now, lactic acid, citric acid, those are preservatives, and they're in a lot of these things. So and I'm gonna turn you on to this one, Miyokos. I love Miyokos because this is like I use this red hush cheddar on my gluten-free bagels that I love. So Miyoko's has a lot of different kinds. They have sliced, they have other different kinds of cheeses. They have these spreads. The other one I love is Follow Your Heart. Follow Your Heart is a company that is actually local. It's Southern California, and they still have their same market and cafe in the valley, which is north and west of here. So this one too, I love this because I can make blue cheese dressing, and I know it's backwards, but I'm sorry about that. I can make blue cheese dressing with this that tastes just like the blue cheese dressing I miss and grew up on, right? They have a lot of these. They have feta crumbles, they have Parmesan cheese, they have cheese slices, all different kinds of cheeses. And again, this is a company where you can actually read all the ingredients and know what they are. The other company I really like is Violife. Violife has a lot of different. You can see this is cocoa spread, and I already got the cocoa spread. This is the plant-based alternative to Nutella. So this is a good one for you too. They also have. I love their just like Parmesan. They because I use it and I grate it fresh onto pasta, and it's to die. It tastes almost like Parmesan. So those are only three companies, and this is really good. These are only three companies. So if you want to go if you want to go, I'm sorry, not just gluten free, dairy free. If you want to go dairy free and gluten free, these are great alternatives if you're really stuck on cheese. And I know when I went dairy free, it was really hard for me because I was stuck on cheese. And these things were a great alternative. And I actually took my sister when she had high cholesterol. We all have high cholesterol in the family, but it's because we have IHDL, which is the good cholesterol, which I never worry about. I took her to Sprouts Market and showed her all the dairy free cheeses, and she was so happy. So, again, last thing, you want the ingredients to be things that you can read and hopefully stuff that's fermented. And two, you want to you want to depend upon products that you can trust. I trust these. I've been using them for years. So dietitian Jill signing off. Thank you for listening. Sorry for the first uh sorry for, sorry for the first live stream that didn't go, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm hoping to do these every day from now on. Bye bye.